controls. They're trying to get their lawyers.
Yeah, I'll pick you up around 3, okay?
Put lawsuits on these companies.
Goodbye.
Meanwhile, what they're trying to do is create a distraction so we don't take advantage of the cannabis stock resurrection. That's really what's going on. That's the truth. This is your boy Rich, and I'm Mo. Peace.
Here we go, ACB, let's go! ACB is number 1! Nah.
We were always patient. Cannabis for you and me and all the nations. So all my brothers and all my sisters, go on and light it up. Go on and take it to the head when the times are tough. I know we buying in the red, that's the sign of luck. Don't panic, we gotta manage, the time is us. And I don't care for the lefts and all the market makers. But I swear they nuts, I call them salty haters. Big pharma trying to get in for a piece of it. Because they know the medication, we all believe in it. I'm so happy it's over, all the prohibition. And now we here, it's Rich TV, the coalition. There's no locking or stopping because we on a mission. Teach the people they spreading lies, it's a contradiction. You want to make money, invest in the top cannabis stocks in Canada and the United States that are revenue generating. Invest in the best because the best is blessed. This is your boy Rich, and we're out. Peace. If you're not winning, you're not watching. This is a cannabis stock revolution. It's true. Get ready for the resurrection. I'm hoping.
And the resurrection is coming.
Let's open up scenarios. Wolf of Wall Street, and I ain't talking about the cabrios. The man predicted markets. He knew it was going to explode. He knew it was making money, and he knew to crash your homes. Oh, yeah, these are the big boys. He also predicted the crash of Bitcoins. That's a big short. Stop acting like a big dork. I'ma get this pie, no lie. I need a big fork. I know about their tactics. The shortest making money off the people's backs is horseshit. I'm telling you, take caution. Everything is so corporate. I'm trying to make enough money to give to all the poor kids, and that is what the herb is for. Helping people feed the poor. All we need is life, so stop thinking that all you need is more. And now we here, but our past, yeah, we can't forget. It's time to grow, and you know we getting out of debt. One day we gon' fly. We gon' make this money, we gon' live our life. But we can all get high. I'ma spread my wings, I'ma feel alright. And one day we gon' fly. We gon' make this money, we gon' live our life. And we can all get high. I'ma spread my wings, I'ma feel alright. The real Wolf of Wall Street loves cannabis stocks. Jordan Belfort believes in cannabis stocks. The new Wolf of Wall Street loves cannabis stocks. Rich TV Live loves and believes in cannabis stocks. The question is, do you believe in cannabis stocks, and will you achieve ultimate wealth through the cannabis stock revolution? It's true.
Thank you guys for joining. So we're going to get right into this. This is the Aurora Cannabis announces fiscal results for fourth quarter 2019 fiscal year. Generates net revenue of, let's hear it, the record now of 98.9 million, just under 100 million, up 52% from the prior quarter. That's pretty substantial growth if you ask me. Cannabis net revenue increases 61% to 94.6 million from previous quarter. Reports gross margin on cannabis net revenue of 58%. So net revenue up 52%, net cannabis revenue up 61%, consumer revenue up 52%, gross margin on net cannabis revenue up 3%, kilograms produced up 86%, and cash cost to produce per gram down 20%. Aurora Cannabis Inc., ACB in Canada, and ACB on the New York Stock Exchange in America, the company today defining the future of cannabis worldwide announced its financial and operational results for the fourth quarter and fiscal year ended June 30th, 2019. In 2019, Aurora took its place as the global leader in cannabis production, research, innovation, and international market development. We are executing on our strategic priorities, said Terry Booth, CEO. Our best-in-class cultivation methods allow us to grow consistent, high-quality cannabis at scale. Because of this, we've delivered solid revenue growth in the fourth quarter. We are working to extend our reach in the U.S. market. Our partnership with the UFC, which I love, is a basis to explore CBD from hemp and hemp food products. We're also exploring additional opportunities and leveraging our strategic advisor, a billionaire. We are focusing on building a sustainable high-margin business while providing patients and consumers with access to safe and reliable medicine. Glenn Ibbott, CFO, added, we continue to see strong growth in cannabis revenues in both medical and consumer categories. Our cultivation execution continues to drive production costs lower and improve gross margins. Aurora's diversified product portfolio remains in demand with patients and consumers alike. With the Canadian launch of derivative products in the coming months, we have made the necessary investments to ensure readiness and focus on a variety of value-added products. We are very excited to supply and expanded consumer market with premium cannabis and new product forms. Fourth quarter 2019 highlights. All right, so we're going to just break this down. Want to know what you guys think. Is this good news? Is this bad news? People are saying it's down. I mean, let's figure it out. So, okay, first of all, this is record-breaking revenue for any cannabis company anywhere in the world, legally, okay? First of all. So, if the stock is down, first of all, it's a major buying opportunity. Let's just put it, it's the nicest way to put it. It is an amazing buying opportunity. Do you remember what happened when Trulieve reported record revenue and profit? The stock went down. What did Trulieve do today? It exploded up. When great companies go down, it is a buying opportunity. This is not a reason to panic. This is a reason to buy, okay? This is record revenue growth. All I see is growth all across the board for this company, and we're going to break it down. So net cannabis revenue up 61% sequentially, up to 94.6 million. Canadian consumer cannabis revenue up 52% to 44.9 million. Medical cannabis revenue up 10% to 29.7 million. Wholesale revenues of 20.1 million. Cash cost to produce per gram sold declined 20% sequentially to $1.14 per gram in Q4 2019. Production volume increased 86% sequentially. Hello? Hi? Sure. Goodbye. Production volume increased 86% sequentially to 29,000 kgs. Now let's put this in perspective. They did 29,000 kgs. Zenabis did like 1,300 kgs. I mean, these guys are just enormous. Gross margin on cannabis net revenues increased by 3% to 58% sequentially. Aurora's medical patient base expanded 10% to 84,729 patients as of the date of this release. Aurora has approximately 89,700 active registered patients, a further increase of 6%. All I see is growth. Everywhere, growth. So if the price goes down, buy more. Buy. Remember, Rich TV Live, we are not licensed advisors. Always do your own due diligence. Always do your own research before you invest in anything that we talk about here on Rich TV Live. Invest in the best. The best is blessed. Aurora Cannabis is the best. That is a fact. Their revenues prove it. Adjusted EBITDA loss of 11.7 million. So this is where the stock is going down. The adjusted EBITDA loss of 11.7 million is what people are going to focus on. But what you're not focused on is that these are the global leaders. These guys are 25 countries, globally. They're focused on spending a lot of money to grow and expand globally to be able to get to this 100 million in revenue, which is a huge landmark, is costing a lot of money. And they've got money behind them from 3 of the 5 largest Canadian banks, $360 million. So what's an $11 million quarterly loss when you're growing exponentially in 25 countries worldwide and growing daily? I'm just putting that out there, but that's the reason why it's going down, which is an amazing buying opportunity. The price is already so low, so if it's going to go down 10% more, it's just another buying opportunity. So 11.7 million represents an improvement of 68% compared to 36.6 million in Q3 2019. So that's what I'm focused on. They reduced the EBITDA loss from 36.6 million to 11.7 million. That is huge for me. That is a huge number for me, which means they'll probably be profitable in the next Q based on this jump of 36.6 million in losses to only 11.7 million in losses. Subsequent events: closed an amended and upsized 360 million secured credit facility, which includes an accordion feature that enables Aurora to upsize the facility by approximately 40 million. So they can increase that to 400 million. Sold its remaining 28,833,334 shares of the Green Organic Dutchman Holdings TGOD at a price of $3 per share for aggregate gross proceeds of 86.5 million, representing an approximate 50% internal rate of return for the company. Huge. Full year fiscal 2019 highlights: net revenues of 247.9 million, up 349% compared to the prior year. 349% growth over last year, and the stock isn't going up. It's a buying opportunity. Like, could it be any more obvious? Gross margin on cannabis net revenues of 55% in fiscal 2019 versus 65% in fiscal 2018. Kilograms produced and kilograms sold of 57,442 kgs and 36,628 kgs, up 920% and 629% respectively compared to fiscal 2018. Do you not see how fast this company's growing? Like, this is mind-boggling. Absolutely mind-boggling. So net revenue, let's just break this down. Last quarter, 65 million. This quarter, 98 million. We grew by 52%, which is 33 million in revenue in one quarter. Cannabis net revenue of 94 million from 58 million, 35 million in growth, 61% growth. So you can like see all these numbers, they break them all down. I'm not going to go into all of it. So selling, general, and administrative expenses did increase to 72 million, but because their revenues increased, there's only an $11 million adjusted loss, which I don't think they're concerned about because they're focused on growth. Total assets of 5.5 billion, working capital of 227 million, cannabis inventory and biological assets of 144 million. This is what I really like here. The cash cost to produce per gram sold was $1.42 per gram. It's now decreased to $1.14 per gram. The lower they can decrease this number and the more quality product they can sell and separate themselves from the pack, the more their margins will be, the more revenue they will have, and the faster we will see this company explode. Active registered patients grew from 77,000 in Q3 to 84,000 in Q4. Huge growth there. So the average net selling price of medical cannabis has stayed the same, but yet the cost per gram has gone down, which means they're going to have higher margins. Look at this. So they produced 15,000 kilograms in Q3, 29,000 kilograms in Q4. That's a huge increase for me. This is what I look for. What are they going to produce in the next Q in Q1 2020? Will it be 50,000 kgs? Because this is an 86% jump quarter over quarter. This is enormous growth. This is the type of growth you don't see anywhere. Kilograms sold up 94% from 9,160 kgs to 17,793 kgs. So you can see this is enormous growth. Net revenues represents our total gross revenue cannabis products effective October 17, 2018. We haven't even been legal for 1 year, and we already have our first company that's generating almost 100 million in revenues. The terms are defined in the cautionary statements regarding the certain performance measures sections in this MD&A. So this is all just terms, breaking down terms. Consolidated net revenue increased 52% to 98.9 million in Q4 2019 as compared to 65.1 million in the prior quarter. Consumer cannabis revenues were 44.9 million in Q4 2019, an increase of 52% from the prior quarter, and contributed 45% to total consolidated net revenue. Canadian medical cannabis net revenues increased to 25.2 million in Q4 2019, up 9% over the prior quarter. Revenue growth was primarily driven by additional production capacity and supply available for sale from Aurora Sky and Aurora River, Bradford. Average net selling price of cannabis decreased by 1.08 per gram over the prior quarter from $6.40 in Q3 2019 to $5.32 in Q4 2019. This decrease is primarily attributed to the increase in sale volumes to consumer and bulk wholesale markets, which yield lower average net selling prices as compared to medical markets. Gross margin is on cannabis net revenue increased to 58% in Q4 2019 compared to 55% in prior quarter. Gross margin improvement was driven by the continued decline in cash cost to produce per gram and higher gross margins achieved on bulk sales. During Q4 2019, Aurora produced 29,034 kilograms of cannabis as compared to 15,590 kilograms in the prior quarter. The 86.2% increase in production output was primarily driven due to the additional production capacity added by Aurora Sky, River Bradford, and Ridge Markham facilities. Extraction capacity increased from 20,400 kilograms to 26,400 kilograms in Q4 2019. Subsequent to the quarter end, Aurora's annual extraction capacity further increased to 45,600 kilograms. Q4 2019 SG&A increased by 9% to 72.9 million compared to the prior quarter. The change was primarily driven by an increase in fulfillment and shipping costs related to the growth in consumer cannabis sales and continued investment in sales initiatives, distribution network, and partnerships to conduct research, development products, and drive brand awareness. So these are their expenses. This is where the losses were incurred. Aurora will continue to invest in infrastructure and talent required for market share growth in the global medical and consumer cannabis markets, but will remain intensely focused doing this inefficiently as possible. In Q4 2019, adjusted EBITDA loss improved 68% to 11.7 million from 36.6 million in the prior quarter. Developing a profitable and robust global cannabis company is extremely important to Aurora. In fiscal 2019, Aurora was focused on excellence in execution, and the company's KPIs show its success in this regard. Furthermore, Aurora has addressed previously identified production bottlenecks and continues to see strong sell-through of the company's products at the retail level. However, the Canadian consumer channel continues to experience challenges at the retail level in key markets, and resolution of this issue is beyond the company's control. Interesting. What do they mean by that? However, the Canadian consumer channel continues to experience challenges at the retail level in key markets, and resolution of this issue is beyond the company's control. Is that a shot at Health Canada? I believe that's a shot at Health Canada. Health Canada, can you get your act together? You're killing companies. Get your act together. Aurora is working closely with all of our regulatory and channel partners to streamline distribution as the company continues to track towards positive adjusted EBITDA on a consolidated basis. The company's operating facilities' current annualized run rate production capacity is in excess of 150,000 kgs per year based on planted rooms. As the industry leader in purpose-built cultivation, Aurora is focused on producing a consistent supply of high-quality, low-cost product to meet evolving market demand. Aurora is well-positioned to respond to market conditions quickly with shorter lead times, increased harvest cycles, and high plant yields. Whew. I don't know. I think this is an amazing buying opportunity, guys. Love to know what you guys think. Varun says, what's up, Rich? How you doing, Varun? Lorenzo says, don't panic, boys. It's a buying opportunity. And Kenitha Grant says, ACB long. Izzy says, yes, I was the first to hit the like button. Thank you, Izzy. Frank says, down 10%. Why? Because they showed a loss, which is a buying opportunity for us. Scott says, hey, Rich, can't wait to get your thoughts on ACB earnings. They don't seem so bad to warrant a 10% stock price drop after hours. I don't think it's going to open 10% down, guys. I really don't. Frank says, people are disappointed. No partner, no big news. I think that the fact that they just did 98 million in revenues is very big news. I think this is huge news, actually. Bringing the whole sector down. I don't think this is going to bring the sector down. Frank is saying weed, Chronos, all down after hours. These are just buying opportunities in my opinion. What did they lose? About 11.6 million? Scott Graham says lost 12 million, not profitable yet. Yeah, but at the end of the day, what's 11 million when you got 400 million backing you? You're making 100 million a quarter. 11 million is nothing. It's the cost of doing business. This is their decision. They decided to be the biggest in the world, and if it's going to cost them 11 million a quarter to be the biggest in the world, so be it. If Aurora goes down 10%, I'm buying more. Are you buying more? Because this bad boy is the biggest and the baddest cannabis company in the world. Global leader. They remind me of Apple. Look at Apple. Apple has over 4 billion shares issued and outstanding. Aurora Cannabis has 1.1 billion shares issued and outstanding. They are the global leader, the pioneer in cannabis. Look at the numbers. Look at all the growth. All you see is growth, and even their adjusted EBITDA is down from a $36.6 million loss last quarter to $11.6 million this quarter, which makes me believe that they're about to be profitable next quarter. And I believe this is a huge buying opportunity. Let's read what some of your messages. Frank says, where is Nelson Pelt's news? People are not happy. No big news. Well, I think that for the people that are not happy, they shouldn't buy Aurora. But I'll tell you right now, guys like me, I'm going to buy Aurora. I'm going to keep buying Aurora because I see a company that's growing faster than most companies. That's all I got to say. Steven Schweitzer says, what price would you take some profit, Rich? I say take profit when you see it. Take profit when you see it. Stocktube Holmes says, big news at conference tomorrow. Manny says, looks like it's going to take another couple years to profit. No, I think based on this news, they're going to be profitable next quarter. Frank says, I think the results are very good. Aurora just made a big mistake estimating between 100 and 107 million, and it is at 98 million. That might be why the price dropped so much. Yeah, the price doesn't drop that much because they miss estimates by 2 million. The price is dropping because market makers are playing with their books and they're positioning themselves for the resurrection. This will not open up down 10% tomorrow. Watch. This will not open up 10% tomorrow. Mark my words. I'm making this prediction first, okay? Because this is what I do, and I do it. I've been doing this for 2 years, so I'm going to do it right now. I'm doing this right now, okay? Mark my words. We're down 10% right now. As Ristradamus, I predict we will not be down 10% tomorrow when the market opens. I'm just saying we will not be down 10% tomorrow when the market opens. This is market makers playing games to make you panic. And trust me, if it does open up down 10% tomorrow, it is an amazing buying opportunity because these guys are growing and they are global giants. Global giants. Nate says, right, why estimate so high then miss? Well, I mean, they missed by 2 million. Come on. Cut them some slack. Petra says, Aurora on sale, gonna buy some more. That's all we gotta do. Stock Tube Home says, discount shelf. Jim Green says, I bought more. Now you're thinking. When great companies are down, buy more. Now you're thinking. This is what I'm talking about. This is when I know you guys are blessed because you guys are thinking like smart investors. Michael York says, Cannabis 2.0 will resurrect us all. The bears will become bulls, and I believe they are chomping at the bit right now. Kenitha Grant says, I'm buying more. See, now you guys are smart. Look at True Leaf, guys. True Leaf went down, and now they're going up. Just because a stock goes down doesn't mean it's a bad stock. It means it's a buying opportunity. Scott Graham says, if they hadn't sold T-God shares, revenue would have been worse. Don Lapointe says, killer. Pekka says, I hope it drops. I buy more. Next quarter is huge. Absolutely. RD is saying 15%. Hey, man, I'm telling you, it ain't opening up down 15%. It's not opening up down 15%. If it does, I'm buying more. I'll tell you right now. Duarte says, I like your prediction. Hey, we'll see, man. Wada Du says, we'll see, brother. This is a war between the shorts and the longs. And right now the shorts are trying to say they didn't hit their numbers. They didn't hit their numbers. They only hit 98.9 million, not 100 million. Give me a break, man. Do you not see the growth from 60 million to 98 million? I don't really give a shit. If the stocks go down, I'll buy more. If Aurora goes down 10 to 15% tomorrow, I'm personally buying another 1,000 shares. I'm just putting it out there. Don Lapointe says 100 million at $1.14 per gram, 11.7 million loss from 40 million. Yeah, I see a stock that's is just about to explode. You see all the signs of this stock, which is just about to explode. It's so obvious. Samuel, wow, you guys have got a lot of messages. Frank says, dear sir, I made a big mistake. Maybe to buy today 500 shares of Aurora, 825 Canadian. Do I sell tomorrow or buy lower, or do I wait? Please advice. My opinion is if it goes down, buy more or wait. I would not sell for a loss. Aurora is a great investment, and long-term, you will make a fortune if you hold Aurora Cannabis. Okay, let me just get into some of the news because I'm going to have to run soon because I got to run. Outlook, the global cannabis and hemp markets represent a significant opportunity for Aurora, and the company will continue to make the necessary investments today to build long-term value for shareholders. However, Aurora will take a balanced approach to these investments with a focus on operating a sustainable and profitable business. The introduction of new product formats to the Canadian consumer market this fall represents a significant opportunity for the company. Aurora expects to have a robust product lineup ready to launch in December. Given the very early stage of development of the consumer market in Canada and international markets, medical markets, management anticipates that quarter-to-quarter sales volumes and revenues may be volatile. The company expects adjusted EBITDA to continue to improve in the future due to the expected revenue growth, improvements in gross margin, and prudent SG&A growth. The passing of the U.S. Farm Act represents new opportunities in the largest cannabis and hemp-derived CBD market globally, and as such, Aurora is committed to establishing a sustainable operating footprint in the U.S. as part of the U.S. market strategy. The company is considering its stakeholders and how various state and federal regulations will affect its business prospects. A number of alternatives to grow Aurora's presence in the United States market are under evaluation, and the company is committed to only engage in activities which are permissible under both state and federal laws. Guys, AUSA and BAM. All I gotta say is AUSA and BAM. Those are the two arms of Aurora Cannabis in America. Astralis Capital, AUSA, AUSAF in America, AUSA in Canada at $1 is Aurora Cannabis's American partner, American company. Astralis Capital is Aurora Cannabis 2.0. And BAM is heavily owned by AUSA. And as you can see, BAM exploded today 18%. So could BAM be that company that Aurora Cannabis and AUSA, Astralis Capital, be that company, those two companies that Aurora Cannabis is talking about? Is there something going on with BAM that we don't know? And is Aurora Cannabis pumping up BAM? I mean, I'm just saying, read between the lines, guys. Read between the lines. Management believes that there are current market opportunities that are legal at both state and federal levels that can add operating cash flows and be critical pillars of Aurora's strategy and long-term success. So there will be a conference call tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern. Wow, 6 a.m. Maybe I might be on that conference call. I'll see if I can be on that conference call, but you guys can see all the information here for the conference call tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific. And the conference call line number is 416-849-0833 or 855-859-2056. And the reference number is 608-4057. So you can read about Aurora right here. And Aurora is a beast. It's a monster. It's a giant. I don't care what anybody says. I think that this is a buying opportunity of a global giant. RD says, Cam cashing in on puts. Don Lapointe says, nothing but growth. Wada Do says, AM red, PM green tomorrow. Very likely. Samuel says, I know we are talking about Aurora, but Sproutly is not able to measure cannabinoid molecules in their water solution. Sproutly is now able to measure cannabinoid molecules in the water solution. Yeah, I really like Sproutly. Hai Wang says, I missed the boat on Saniva for 90 cents. Yeah, Saniva had a nice day today. Duarte says, I don't think earnings are bad at all. No, I think that they're moving in the right direction. Wow, you guys have a lot of messages. Okay, guys, I can't get into all these messages right now. I got to run. I just wanted to break this down for you. Let me know what you guys think. Comment down below. Share this video everywhere. Aurora Cannabis down big after reporting a loss and 98.9 million in revenue, even though it is a record with revenue never been done before. 98.9 million in net revenue, never been done before in this sector. I think it's a buy. It's a huge buy. I think Aurora is going to be a giant. Everybody is saying it's down after hours. Let's see. Sorry, I got to run. I'd stay live longer, but I got to go. I apologize. And I would get through all your guys' questions. Thank you guys for hitting that like. If you haven't hit the like, smash the like. Comment down below. Share the video everywhere. And remember, if I win and you win, we all win. We had a great day today for members. Let's take a look at Aurora Cannabis. They are down after market. As you can see, they are down now 8% after market. They are already climbing back. They're already climbing back. So I will not be shocked to see this not down 10% like some people are saying here. In my opinion, this is a company that is hugely undervalued, underappreciated, underexposed. And if it does go down, it's an incredible buying opportunity. That's my opinion. This is your boy Rich from Rich TV Live. I've been featuring Aurora Cannabis since it was under $2. Right now, it's at $5.94 in America. So cheap, considering the fact that you're talking about one of the largest global licensed cannabis companies in the world, 25 countries, net revenue of 98.9 million, and it's getting bigger quarter over quarter, and I believe that that continues. This is your boy Rich from Rich TV Live. If you're not winning, you're not watching, visit Rich TV Live. Don't forget to subscribe, click the like down below, and comment on the show, because all we do is bring you winners. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. And this news is big. This news is big for Aurora Cannabis. This news is very, very big for Aurora Cannabis. Now, it's a little bit short of what we thought, and there are some losses, but I feel like the losses are going in the right direction. The revenue is going in the right direction. The amount of production is going in the right direction. The reduction of expenses is going in the right direction, as far as the amount of net losses is going in the right direction. So I'm really excited about what is happening with this company. The underlying business is growing. Everything is growing in the right direction. There is a small little loss, but for a company that has $400 million behind them of bank loans, what's $11 million loss when you're growing by 60, 50, 80% in every single key metric, quarter after quarter after quarter? It's not going to be long before they're profitable, and they'll be able to have no more debts to discuss. And then at that point in time, we may be looking at $20 or $30 stock. So to get in at $5, it's an opportunity of a lifetime. It's your boy Rich from Rich TV Live, and I'm out. Peace. Opportunity of a lifetime. Bye, bye, bye.